Hey, what's going on, everyone? Let's take a look and see what's going on here. So, we purged major buy side liquidity here. We're expecting a pullback. We're not bullish, we're just expecting a pullback, not only because it's TGIF, but on the daily, we're expecting a pullback. We want to rebalance at least to this low here. It could go higher, but after this big down movement yesterday, which was also expected, um, we do expect a retracement. We have these SMTs. So NQ came, we purged yesterday's, the previous day low. We displaced, we have CSD here. So what I'm looking for is right now, retrace a little bit lower, which looks like we already did. We could just take off, but we have our SMT on the higher time frame. We're looking for our time of interest. So looking to reprice at least up to here. So let's see if we can come manipulate a little bit lower. I believe we do have some news at 9:45, so let's see what happens then. It would be ideally, so on the hourly time frame, what we're looking for, um, we're looking to do this and then this, right? But if 9:45, because we have news, right? If it does this, then we have to come up with a plan to come retrace and come back lower. So it's always if this happens, then that happens, but we have to adjust accordingly. Look at our time cycles. We purged. Not only is this a previous day low, but this is our Asia low. 2 minutes before news. See this big old 15-minute gap that we can come retrace here and then have a form of SMT. We're inside the time of interest and we'll look for some longs. So let's see what happens. We're inside our hourly. This is your 1 hour order block. So we'll put 1H OB. Even if we purge, that would actually be too low, but you see all of these are equal highs, equal highs, equal highs. Look at this. This is all equal highs. So this is all buy side liquidity here. We just want to retrace, manipulate lower. Okay, all buy side liquidity. And this is how I use these time cycles to catch fractal market maker models. And this is what we want to see. We want to see us go down. We want to keep going down. Because people are going to think they're going to get FOMO and they're going to want to uh, try to enter some sell side, but that's going to be good for us. So these lows here, they're about to get purged by the Dow Jones. So that's going to be perfectly fine. That would create another huge SMT. on the lower time frame. All right, so this low was already taken by the Dow Jones. This is your inverse for value gap. All of these internal lows right here. This is a stop hunt. But we want to look for some form of retracement because this is a huge stop loss. So this is not ideally for me. I mean, you could, I guess, if you right here want to push the trigger, and then we want to look for at least these highs are going to get swept. I'm going to look for longs to at least up here. What is this? 24.4. So let me see if we have any other form of SMT up here. I want to see if we have another form of SMT down here. This is just a big stop loss. I didn't like that stop loss there. And it could just very well just take off without us. But I'll just stay patient. But ideally, if you're looking for longs here, right here, you see how it wicked? You could have just entered there, have a stop loss all the way down to here. I mean, I guess this is a one-to-one there, and then keep targeting more buy side. But this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a little bit more retracement lower. See if we have another fractal SMT. That's it right there. And I'm going to go to the low of this candle here. And we have these SMTs, this candle here. So what I'm using, I am using this inverse for value gap to keep using it as we want to stay above this inverse for value gap. So I'm putting my stop loss at the low of that. But our SMTs, not only do we have that higher time frame SMT, but we have these SMTs down here. So this is our little fractal SMT. We don't care about this 3-minute SMT. We want to disrespect it. We want to just keep going, keep taking buy side. We want to at least take that high there, and then I'm going to move my stop loss because I don't want to take these highs and then keep dumping lower. Then I'm going to take another partial there, and then I'm going to take another partial up here. So just because you see how this closed very bullish above these highs. Let me move this so we can stop getting confused, right? I'm going to move my stop loss to the low below this SMT low right here, because this here is an order block. This right there is an order block. We close. You see how, look how it wicked. You see how we came down? You see how we wicked right into there? We rebalance into this high. And then now what I want to see big candles go up higher. We'll take that partial and then I'm going to go break even. We fully closed above this inverse fair value gap. We have this fractal SMT. This is why I entered right here. And then we don't want to take these highs and wick. We want to fully close this place above these highs, and then we're going to use this previous cycle high, drag it to the side, and then now we need to use that as why did I not take that? Come on, tag me in. These are SMTs. Let me just take that partial there because those are SMTs. All right. Now we're break even. All right. We don't look. We don't want it to wick like this. We want to. So we, because if we wick like this, you're gonna get a retracement. Okay. So let's use these highs. These highs here. We want to use those highs to rebalance and keep going higher. We don't want it to keep retracing. Okay. And if it retraces and it takes us out, that's okay. I took a partial there. So what happened here? We took this buy side. Where did I take? I took my partial a little early right there, but it's okay. If you see a wick like this, you're gonna get a retracement. So if it tags us out, that's okay. Okay, we got stopped out. Let's see what. So we took a small partial. We got stopped out. Let's see what else happens here. Okay, we're still in our time of interest. Let's take these. Minimize our. So here you don't want to be longing from here. You want to wait. Okay. You do not, just because it retraced back into this fair value gap, because I see a lot of traders do this, right? We have to wait for more confirmation before we just randomly pull the trigger here. And make sure you take that for your notes. Yeah, it can just randomly go back up. But because we already purged liquidity, whatever SMT here you have, it may not be respected anymore, okay? Because the AR, this went into a buy program. It took this buy side liquidity, and make sure you engrave that in your head and put that in your notes, okay? So even though you have an SMT down here, the buy side, this right here, this leg right here, this was your buy side, right? This was your buy side buy program. It completed its task. It took buy side liquidity. Once it takes buy side liquidity, then it's either gonna continue with that buy program, or it's gonna come back and go into a sell program and purge more sell side. So this is why I would not pull the trigger right here, because you can very well. What happened here? You have a previous 90-minute cycle. You have a fractal SMT, right? You have these fractal SMTs. So now right here when it closed bearish, you could have. This is your turtle soup, right? Um, you have SMTs. You swept these highs. This is your wick. Technically, it's your rejection block, right? So whenever it closed bearish like this, I know there's a lot of people that end up taking really small trades like this, and then they target sell side liquidity. So always keep an eye out for whenever you're looking for buy side. Make sure that you're not going to end up wicking like this. When you wick like this, after you take liquidity and you wick, expect a retracement or a reversal. So we're going to sit here. We're going to wait. We're in our time of interest. We want to see what else can happen. Our 10 o'clock is coming up. So ideally, since our 10 o'clock candle is coming up, we want to purge, have another form of SMT, and then that would be our next 90-minute cycle. You have these SMTs up here. So if you're looking for shorts, just for low hanging fruit, this would be your sell side right here. This is your sell side liquidity. We want to do a stop hunt down here. And like I said, it very well could just go up here to buy side, but I think it's going to manipulate a little bit lower again. So you have these SMTs up here. You purged a previous cycle high. This could have been a great entry right there. Stop loss either above this fair value gap, like this, all right? And then target the sell side. And that's a 2-hour trade right there. You're inside of your time of interest. I mean, you see how I made money on the way up. You can make money on the way down. You don't, everybody can make money. Buy side, sell side. All right. So we still have these higher time frame SMTs, right? All right. Now we have these SMTs down here as well, and and we might not get a move right now. It could be at 10:45. So I'm just giving you a play by play on what what ideally we're looking for here. So what happened here? Our 10 o'clock candle is manipulating lower. Let's see if we can. I'm gonna do just two contracts. So we have SMTs down here, and this is the NQ took these lows. The YM and DES have not taken those lows, and I'm actually going to push the trigger there, and then I'm going to put my stop loss right here. And not only because we have these SMTs down here, but the YM also came and took these lows as well. So ES did not take these lows. The Dow Jones right here came and swept this low again. So what I'm expecting is this to be your turtle soup, right? This is your rejection block right here. Rejection block. And we can just take one partial at this high, right at this high. And then I'm going to go ahead and start minimizing my risk here. We want to take this high, and then I'm just going to leave a runner all the way up here. Okay, this is your rejection block right here. And then now we fully are going to close above this. This is your inverse for value gap. Inverse for value gap, right? So we're going to take this partial right here at this high. We have SMT. We took that We have this SMT up here. Okay. But what happened? What did we do right here? We have these SMTs down here. We have these SMTs all the way down here, like this. We have these SMTs like this. We swept this previous 90-minute cycle. We did a stop hunt. This is your turtle soup. This is your rejection block. This is your inverse fair value gap. Okay. So now we have another inverse fair value gap right here. Right. If we're in a buy program, we want to come continue and purge more buy side. This is more buy side liquidity. This is your low, technically your low hanging fruit. I'm looking on the higher time frame to come up here and rebalance. If we get stopped, if we get stopped out here, then it's fine. This is a good enough Friday for me. Not only do we have these PD arrays that need to get respected, you see the power of these SMTs. And if you like the style of breakdown, go ahead and hit a like. If you're new, subscribe. But I think that's going to be enough of a move for me today. If y'all like this style of trading, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and I will catch y'all on Monday. Y'all take care, guys.